Welcome to the day 200 special. It's gonna be a clip show. So here we are, day one. When I started the vlog, this is the very beginning. First shot. I sort of remember that day. It's the first day that I did Uber, and I was like, this is the perfect day to start doing a vlog. And I started it because I was curious about how much money someone could make if they were just doing Uber Eats bicycle delivery, because it wasn't super well documented online. So I figured I would just start the vlog and just share everything about the experience of doing it. I called the vlog Andrew's Quest because it's half a parody of Andrew's Quest, a different YouTube series by my former roommate's friend Andrew, and we would watch his videos and be like, these aren't great, but they could be great if he just made more than one clip, maybe put some music, like did some basic editing. I don't know, just do more than just tell us about his opinion of like some book that, I don't know, who cares? But it's like, who cares about any of this really? I don't know. But I think just because I have like random clips of downtown and different music, people have sort of enjoyed watching it. So right off the bat, I'm sharing how much money that I'm making off of Uber. So I feel like I could just talk about anything really. So I talk about some of my goals, and everyone that was living in my current apartment was moving out, so I needed to find a new place or find new roommates. But I wanted to live alone, so now I'm looking for apartments, and it's hard to find a place that's just like a bachelor. So I'm still checking out places with like, maybe I'll have one random roommate, and I wind up going to this place, and it was really sketchy, but the guy who lived there and was looking for a roommate, he actually turned out to be a really cool guy. And this is like a weirdly memorable night for me, where it's just, I met this stranger and we hung out, and I had fun hanging out, seeing parts of Toronto that I'd never been to before. It was like an adventure, part of the quest. And yeah, I was like, yeah dude, I'm totally gonna move in with you, like this is gonna be awesome. And then the next day, the apartment that I had checked out just before, the landlord called and was like, hey, do you want the place? It's yours if you want it. And I was like, yeah, I could live alone, that sounds great. And totally just like disregarded that other guy, even though we had hung out and like had a good time. It's like, sorry man, I felt like a douche for doing that, because just the night before I shook his hand and was like, yeah, I'll totally rent this place. But he didn't say that I could rent from him, so snooze you lose, I guess. So my other main goal early on in the vlog was to get a job. And Uber, I think I could have made that work, but it was kind of dangerous, just like biking in the street all day. And if I had gotten into an accident, it's like, well, then what, you know? So I was still applying to places, and I got a job at No Frills as a night stocking shelves crew guy. And I was like, man, this could work, but I don't know, because at this point I already really like doing the Uber stuff, just getting outside every day, riding a bike, seeing the city, just going in and out of places all the time. It was like an adventure. And after every delivery, I would look at my account and see that I had made a bit of money. So it's like that instant, like, I did a thing, I got paid for the thing. Just every day. So I'm like, well, you know, it's Uber. I don't know what I'm going on about. It's like, it's a safer job and it's less taxing on me physically. So maybe that'll be fine. And I'm looking around the apartment here and I'm just like, oh man, all this stuff, we still gotta move out. It's I was worried, you know? I was like, man, are we gonna have this place cleaned out by the time we're actually moving out? Like, has everybody got their shit together? That was another thing about early on in the vlog. It was like, what am I doing? Like, can I do all this stuff? Alright, day 16. So this is 2 days after I had done my orientation at No Frills, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm just gonna become a No Frills guy. People at Legend had called me, and they offered me a job that I would start tomorrow. And I accepted. I was like, well, I guess I'll just quit No Frills, and I'll still do Uber every now and again. So it seemed like things were good for me. Day 17. That was my first day back at Legend 3D. And it's also, I think, the first time that I mentioned that I should stop vlogging, because I've finished the goals that I was like wanted to do. You know, I'd found my apartment, I'd gotten my job back, and I wasn't really doing Uber anymore. So it's like, what is there to really vlog about? Why would anyone keep watching this? And look at us now, 200 days of vlogs. Just because people like and comment, especially the comments. If nobody comments on this video, I'm gonna be depressed and I'm gonna stop vlogging. So you better comment on this video right now, cause honestly, when I don't get a comment, it's depressing. Pretty good, but like, it feels like I was a smoker that quit smoking. Oh my god. Okay. This is probably one of the best episodes of Andrew's Quest, but it's like 9 minutes long. So I'm gonna put a link in the description. Go watch me take apart this oven door and then realize that it was all for nothing, and I put it back together and then I just clean it regular style. And I record my whole thought process on it. I'm like, fuck man, this oven. But at the end of the day, I'm like, damn, that's a good looking oven, right? Nothing's ever gonna happen to this to make it not a great oven. Bam, just like on the can. Alright. And then day 21 happened. The immediate day after, I'm like, I still need to use this oven to cook. It fucking, god damn it. But my clean oven. Rip. Hey, who could forget day 51? I just woke up, the time that I told you about a nightmare that I had, in which I had a Vive and I left it outside and then it disappeared. And I don't normally have dreams. Like, I don't remember any dreams that I've had since this. So I felt like sharing it, and
then when I came outside, the box was gone.
I kind of have dreams like this a lot, where it's like I have a thing and then I don't have a thing, and I wake up being like, how could I lose that thing? And then realize that I still have the thing that I was afraid of losing. So that's a relief.
Yo, were you watching the street? You see anybody come by and pick up a box that was on the side of the road? I'm like, how could this happen? Dang it.
Do you remember the Grand Canyon road trip? I do. Man, what a great time. I mean, like, who wouldn't like just going on a road trip? Except for that time we got stuck in traffic for like 2 or 3 hours. That was a bit of a bummer. But overall, what a Grand Canyon road trip. And every day we ate at a Denny's. And at every Denny's, there's a claw machine.
Oh my god, you got poop emoji.
And I played the claw machine at least once at every Denny's that we stopped at.
Poop emoji all over
And
this game.
no
Wow.
claw machine
Is that it?
is fair.
That's it.
Like, I know it's the operator sets it to be like a certain win rate, but like, come on. Just put some garbage in there and just let people make like win every time. I'm sure they would make more money if they just like let you win a piece of garbage every time you put in $1 instead of being like put in a piece of garbage and not let you win. Like, these guys are fuckers, you know? But now it's a tradition. Every time we go on a road trip and we stop at a Denny's and there's a claw machine, I have to play it because I did it every time.
Do it.
I gotta keep the dream alive that one day it will eventually happen and I'll win the claw machine. When you were growing up, did you ever think, what am I gonna turn into when I'm like an adult? And me just watching this right now, I'm like, man, this is my life, you know? Is it good or is it bad? I'm pretty excited about this bike rack, so I guess it's good. That was my first sort of depressing episode, where I was like, what am I even doing? Okay, everybody. Friday. The best days. Except it was the worst day. I forgot my headphones, so I had to listen to everyone talk all day. And the gross guy that sits next to me burped while I was yawning, and I could smell the burp. So it was in my mouth a little bit, and I almost vomited. Do you guys remember when it was day 100, and I wanted to eat bacon? And I had this 2-week-old bacon, and I was like, well, I'll just reheat this, and then I'll eat it and see how it goes. And then I ate the bacon, and I kind of liked it. I was like, this is probably, like, you know, whoever discovered blue cheese for the first time was like, oh, I'll just leave this shit out, and it'll get kind of moldy, and then just cut off the mold and eat it anyways. That was me in this moment. I'm like, you know what, this is actually still pretty good tasting. It had like a weird, like, aftertaste to it that I was like, yeah, alright, I'm into that. But almost immediately after, I was like, oh, definitely don't feel great right now. And then, yeah, woke up in the morning and was like, definitely still don't feel great right now. During the whole day, the new team behind me, there's a girl, and she keeps like either singing or like mumbling something, and it's at that perfect frequency that even though I'm trying to like listen to podcasts and stuff, it like cuts through and I still hear, and it's so annoying for the whole day. Like, I'm glad that you're like happy or whatever, but like, fuck, man. The whole day. Pretty shit day at work because I forgot my phone and I had to listen to people talk and be loud. And I almost lost my shit. Like, people were just so loud today. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking start screaming. Yeah, some pretty good news. Apparently our team is gonna move and we're gonna have like a seating change. And since I complained and the girl that sits next to me complained, the gross guy that I don't like sitting next to is going to be on the opposite side of our cluster. And I won't have to be right next to him when he chews his food with his mouth open or like whistles. So that's great. Yeah. And I feel like something else happened today that was good, but I don't really remember. Well, and the other good news is that I won't have to sit close to loud singing girl. It's Friday, pretty regular work day. We moved to our new seats, so I'm not near gross people anymore. Starts pouring. Remember when I dog sat my aunt's dog, Alfie? Yeah, every hour it seems like Alfie, he kind of like barks, and it seems like he wants to go outside, so I'm like, alright, I mean like it's raining, but I guess let's go outside anyways. And then when I open the door for him, I'm like, alright, you want to go for a walk or something, right? You want to look at that garage again, huh? No, he's like, oh, it's raining, I'm not going outside, it's wet there.
Huh?
That's not good. Wow. A little fucking punk. And then eventually the rain does stop, and then we go for another walk, and he finds a puddle and he just lays down in it. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Get out of that dirty water. You wouldn't go in the rain, but you'll lay in a puddle? Oh god. You wet fucker. Jesus Christ. This is during a team meeting. Apparently Legend is growing. So if you need a job, just apply to Legend 3D, because it's actually not that hard. Yeah. Work was okay for me. Like 23 people got laid off though. Something like that. Here's a prime selfie photo spot where I took a prime selfie. And there's a guy next to me. After I took the selfie, he's like, was that a prime selfie? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. Although I went over here and I took another selfie because I was like, maybe this is better. I don't think it was better. These dogs like me. And as we were walking, we walked by this guy who was sitting next to a flaming newspaper pile. I'm like, is no one gonna do anything about this? And then the fire department showed up and they put it out. And I was like, wow, someone did something. Good job, guys. Day 188. The day before my birthday. I had met up with my brother and he gives me the Windsor Salt t-shirt because I eat salt a lot. I feel like I eat salt a normal amount. And I don't know, like when I show the salt getting poured on my food, people are like, oh wow, that's a lot of salt, you really gonna like eat that? But it's only because it's on the vlog that anybody really noticed. Guys, I've been doing this my whole life, alright? And it's kind of like, I don't know, it feels like people are coming at me because of all the salt that I eat. There's only a few times where I'm like, yeah, this is kind of a lot of salt. And sometimes I cut it, like when I made this salt miner potatoes, where it's, you boil the potatoes in really salty water, and when it's done, the salt is like visible on the potato, and then you melt a bunch of butter on it, or you dip it in butter. Oh my god, this is salty, and that's really like, that's tasty primo potatoes right there. There you go. Episode 200. It was a clip show. I hope you liked it.